turn it over now to the man. Talk about the pro. It's Harvey Leonard, who's, what, 24 hours a day, all week long. You have been watching this storm, Harvey, and here it comes.
Yeah, here it comes. Again, you know that area of New Bedford is what we're watching so much right now. Mike's going to have more on that in just a moment. The overview on this is the following. The heaviest rain generally from now through about 11 p.m. tonight. It won't end immediately after that, but it will begin to taper down. The strongest winds that we do get will be between about 8 p.m. and 2 a.m., and then they will calm down. And rough surf will be around this weekend, particularly tomorrow, and that's important because the weather will be beautiful, but there is the danger of rip currents tomorrow. So please keep that in mind. In the meantime, here comes the storm. There is Arthur. Now, it's weakened some. It's still a Category 1 hurricane. The reason it's weakening some is because it's now moving over somewhat cooler waters. But it still is a hurricane, and you can see the very heavy rain bands. Notice that all those rain bands are around Arthur, but this band up in here over southeastern Mass has been associated with a front. It's been incredibly muggy today on the Cape, but the air is becoming a little bit less humid the farther north and west of Boston you go. And it's going to be unbelievably comfortable by the time we get to tomorrow. But the track of the storm is going to take it anywhere from about 50 to 100 miles south and east of Nantucket. So Nantucket figures to get the most significant wind because they'll be closest to the storm center. Next would be the outer Cape, then the body of the Cape, southeastern Mass, and up to Boston. But it's probably not going to be out of control because the dangerous or most dangerous side of the storm for wind is to the east of the center, and even the Cape will be to the west of the center. But nonetheless, a tropical storm warning is in effect, and you can expect the following. This is giving you an idea of where there could be tropical storm force winds, 39 miles per hour or greater. And notice it just about includes Cape Cod, and then everything starts to move away late tonight. So that's why my best estimate as to how much wind there could be at the peak, possibly gusts to 50 or more on Nantucket, possibly also the outer Cape, but Nantucket has the best chance. 40 miles per hour or greater possible on the body of the Cape, 30 miles per hour or greater across southeastern Mass, perhaps up to 30 or so in Boston, and generally 15 to 30 north and west of Boston. We're starting to see some of the wind gusts pick up now to the south of Boston, and this wind field will increase a little bit and begin to expand to the north with some extent overnight. Now, what about seas? We're seeing 28-foot seas close to where Arthur is located. But remember, the track of the storm is far enough south and east that we will get very rough seas and really tough situation for the mariners overnight tonight. But in terms of what we're talking about for coastal flooding, the chances are minimal. The surge is only going to be about 1 to 2 feet, and it occurs at low tide. So not expecting much of a coastal flooding situation out of it. But remember, all of us under a flash flood watch until 11, and then we have that flash flood warning over southeastern Mass. That's the most critical thing going on right now. And Mike, I know you have more on that situation.
Yes, Harvey. In fact, it's actually been expanded a little bit. We've actually added a flood advisory around that area where we have that flash flood warning going on. We're just getting incredible reports of rainfall in those areas. So a small urban and small stream advisory has been issued around that area that you see in red where that flash flood warning is. That flash flood warning area could see anywhere between 8 and 10 inches of rain. And as you mentioned, we've been seeing this rain down to that area all day today. Look at these updated rainfall totals just in the last few minutes. New Bedford now is up to 6.4 inches of rain. The rain is still coming down at the rate of nearly 1 inch per hour. Acushnet not far behind at 4.5 inches of rain. Plymouth is up to 3.8. South Carver not far away is almost 3 inches of rain, and Kingston has 2.4 inches. So you get an idea there. Southern Plymouth, Bristol counties, that's the area. And look at this now. I'm going to zoom in on that area around New Bedford. And look at how this rain over the last hour is moving very slowly to the north, but there is more heavy rain behind it. So we've got that band there, and then look at this. This is Arthur. Those are the outside spiral bands. That area wants to lift its way northward, and as that pushes its way in, we're going to be seeing more rain added to those areas. So you get the idea. That's why we're saying we could see anywhere between 8 and 10 inches of rain in the southeastern part of the state. I do think that this may be the biggest feature that we're going to be seeing from this storm, as we've talked about the last several days. Be very cautious about the floodwaters down there. Harvey?
All right, thank you, Mike. Good advice concerning that really, really rugged situation that's going on over there. Now, I want to give you a little bit of a timeline as to where we're going with this. First of all, I want you to, first of all, see our big view of the radar. And again, there are those heavy bands of rain. They're in bands, and that's what you get around a tropical feature such as that. So we will take you out in time. And notice, as we get to 8 o'clock tonight, still some heavy bands of rain around Boston, and definitely approaching the Cape or the Islands. Some bands will be on the Cape and the Islands. And then about 11 o'clock tonight, it's confined to the coastline and the Cape and the Islands. But after that, the rain starts to get lighter. It starts to move east. It starts to move offshore. And we are in for much, much better weather tomorrow. In fact, dramatically better weather is going to be settling in tomorrow to the region. So let's show you what the high temperatures will be with very dry air and a slightly gusty breeze out of the northwest. Around or just under 80, it will feel delightful. That's for the North Shore out to Metro Western Worcester County. Also upper 70s to around 80. Same thing south and west of Boston. In the 70s on the Cape, mid to upper 70s. Cape will be about as warm as other areas tomorrow. It will be a little windy, but it's going to be bright and beautiful for tomorrow. And let's show you what happens after that. Sunday also a beautiful day. It actually will be warmer in the afternoon, but still very low humidity, high about 87. Now, if you're attaching some vacation time, like early next week, well, you're in for more great weather for vacationers. It'll be hot on Monday. There might be a thunderstorm threat somewhere around the middle of the week, but it does look very summery as we go into next week, and much improved, dramatically improved tomorrow and Sunday. So we'll, of course, keep close tabs on the heavy rains that are going on now, particularly in that New Bedford area.